Tara Reade, who was a former Senate staffer for Joe Biden in Delaware, came forward with sexual assault allegations against him. She also said that she went to the higher ups in the staff to report that he had sexually assaulted her and that she received absolutely no help. I'm about to give you the specific details of what he allegedly did. So for anyone who might be uncomfortable with that, just wanted to give you fair warning. So she said that he had penetrated her with his fingers, okay, which is a serious allegation. And she also says that she was abruptly fired after she had reported this. And that was an allegation that was corroborated by one of the interns that she was overseeing at the time. Now, the assault allegedly took place in 1993. While she was explaining the allegation, she said that she told a number of people, including her own mother, who unfortunately passed away in 2016. Now we're learning that about a month after Tara Reade was fired, her mother called into Larry King's show to ask for advice and, you know, try to figure out what her daughter should do. And this was reported by The Intercept. The video of the phone call that she made to Larry King is now out there. It's public. This story just broke, so unfortunately we don't have the video at the moment. But I'm going to tell you what was said in the video featuring Larry King and Tara Reade's mother. So King says, "San Luis Obispo, California, hello." And at that point, Tara Reade's mother says, "Yes, hello. I'm wondering what a staffer would do besides go to the press in Washington. My daughter has just left there after working for a prominent senator and could not get through with her problems at all. And the only thing she could have done was go to the press, and she chose not to do it out of respect for him." At that point, Larry King said, in other words, she had a story to tell, but out of respect for the person she worked for, she didn't tell it. And at that point, Tara Reade's mother said, "That's true." Now, Tara Reade has confirmed to Politico reporters after listening to that video that the voice in that call was definitely her mother. Unfortunately, the panel on King's show did not actually give any advice or even delve into this conversation. Ryan Grimm is reporting that the panel of guests offered no suggestions, and instead the conversation veered into a discussion of whether any of the men on set would leak damaging personal information about a rival to the press.
So
this is huge.
So Tara Reade's mother did live in San Luis Obispo at the time. Tara Reade had told Katie Halper in the interview that her mom had called into Larry King, but at the time, no one had found that transcript. They now have found the transcript and have the audio of the call. So it doesn't get any more confirming than that. The number one thing that people look for is, did the person tell anyone at the time? Even if they didn't tell the authorities, even if it didn't become public, something that shows credibility is if they told people at the time about it, and she told her brother, she told a friend, and they both confirmed it. She told her mom, and the brother and the friend said, yes, we remember her telling the mom because the mom was so upset. The brother said, I feel terrible because I told her not to pursue it, and I regret that. But the mom was a feminist and an activist and said she should definitely pursue it. At the time, Tara decided not to, but her mom apparently called in to Larry King to tell the story anyway, but they did not name the senator, obviously, or her daughter at that time. But now, the important caveat here, Tara Reade accused Joe Biden of other things in the past that were not as grave. So of stroking her hair, etc., which Biden has done to many women, and that is also wrong, but it's obviously on a different level. And so it is possible that Tara Reade's mom was referring to that and not to the much more serious allegations, although especially back in the 1990s, it seems unlikely that someone would call into Larry King to ask about such an important ethical question, that my daughter got her hair stroked by Joe Biden, and everyone knows Joe Biden does that to every woman. It seems unlikely that that would have risen to the level of the question that she's asking on the program there. But I wanted to make sure that you guys knew that just in case. And there were other allegations too. about how Biden wanted her to serve drinks to some people because he thought she had nice legs. So that's your full context, and you should know that context. But let's be honest, if this was anyone else, a Republican, look, I don't know any show that's tougher on Republicans than us. But if it was a Republican, everybody would be shouting this from the rooftops. If it was Trump, definitely. If it was a progressive, if it was Bernie Sanders, definitely shouting it from the rooftops. But they will soon, because this is gigantic, and we're past the primaries. So now that we're past the primaries, Ryan Grimm's reporting will be taken more seriously. The Republicans will pounce on it, and then the media, which absolutely positively refused to cover it during the primaries, will now probably talk about it for a long, long time.
We're in an unwinnable situation. Just like I'm thinking about, of course, the alleged victim here, because this is something devastating to go through, and the way that she's been completely trashed online in the media has been just absolutely disgusting. And then I can't help think about the state of the country and where we are right now with this unbelievably incompetent and dangerous president, how we desperately need to get him out of office, and how our only line of defense at this point is a man who's facing a serious sexual assault allegation and has difficulty, even doing an interview without losing his train of thought. We're in so much trouble, and we're partly in trouble because, the whole establishment decided to prop Biden up in the last minute because they realized, oh my God, Bernie might win. We can't have it. Everyone needs to coalesce around Biden. Everyone needs to support him. We got to get everyone on board. They did what they did. It worked. But now we're dealing with two unbelievably terrible options. And I don't know. I don't know what to say. We're in such a bad place right now as a country. And there's no end in sight. So, Cenk, you talk about your 5-year plan for progressives. I mean, I don't know. It's just everything looks so dire right now. It seems like there's no light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah. So, by the way, countdown to us being blamed by the establishment for.
I don't care. I don't even want to cite that. Who cares? Let them blame us. Yeah. Okay. I mean, I think like a level-headed person. Okay. And I know that we lack that in the so-called establishment. A level-headed person would take a good hard look at a sexual assault allegation against someone who's supposed to save us from Donald Trump. Okay. But they're not interested in that. So if they want to shoot the messenger, go ahead. I don't care. I don't feel any shame in telling my audience about what's actually going on. My job is not to sanitize Biden and pretend like he's a perfect candidate. That's not my job. I don't work for his campaign. I don't get paid by him, and I'm not interested in that. Yeah.
So the reason I bring it up now, Anna, is because now that it looks like we were probably proven right, they'll hate us more. They'll blame us more, and it'll get under their skin more. It is inconceivable that anyone in the establishment would turn around and go, damn it, man, it turns out the Young Turks and The Intercept and Katie Halper and progressives were right, and we should have been concerned about it during the primaries, because now we've endangered the whole republic because we got a guy who might lose to Trump. Maybe we should have listened to their warnings. Inconceivable. No one will ever say that in the establishment. Instead, they'll be like, God damn progressives. They're the ones who did this. No, we did not do this. Apparently Biden did this. So in terms of your question, Anna, the country's in a tough spot, but I view those as two different issues. These allegations are super serious, and they should be dealt with. And at the same time, it is a weird leap of logic that people make to then say, well, then I'm going to vote for the moron who thinks we should drink Clorox to cure coronavirus. No, you should not vote for that moron under any circumstances. And if you're worried about sexual assault, Donald Trump has been accused by more than a dozen women of sexual assault. Donald Trump has admitted on tape to sexual assault. So yes, is it a horrible place for the country to be in, that these are our choices? Yes. Did we warn you about it? Yes. Could you have had much better choices? Yes. Now, apparently that is gone. So what we're left with is, choosing the lesser of these, two problems. I don't want to say
they got to replace him.
But
they got to replace him.
They got to replace Biden. I agree. And they'll say we're monsters for saying that. Care. Later, they will replace Biden, and it will not be with Bernie Sanders, who came in second.
Of course.
It'll be with another establishment politician, and they'll probably blame us for that as well. So countdown to Cuomo or Kamala Harris or someone along those lines. And honestly, as horrifically undemocratic as that would be, at this point, if those are my only two choices, those are not. I think they should replace him with the guy who came in second, Bernie Sanders. But if you put a gun to my head, said Biden or any other random establishment person, I would go random establishment person because they'll at least win and win easily. Whereas Biden has, at a minimum, two massive pieces of baggage. And by the way, at the end of all this, put the politics aside. For God's sake, the whole country, the media, everyone owes Tara Reid an apology.
Definitely, especially Alyssa Milano.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks. Really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.